you. Because as I've just explained, in Neo-Swedenborgianism we talk about these different near-death experiences, and we compare them and stuff like that. And then you compare them also to the spiritualists, and then you know that spiritualism was influenced by Swedenborg. So this is where we are in this journey right now. I'm going to look at spectrums of the near-death experience, and I'm just going to mention two people who I read and look at because they're at opposite ends of the spectrum. And it's up to you to look through the middle of the spectrum, which is the thousands of near-death experiences you can read or watch videos on. So anyway, who's on this spectrum, and why do I talk to this tree? Because one end of the spectrum, I would say, and I hope she doesn't take this badly, because I'm just trying to be I'm just trying to introduce people to this subject. And one end of the spectrum is Dr. Lynda Cramer down in New Orleans. No, down in Australia. And what I learned something from Dr. Lynda Cramer, and that I do now, which is that when I touch these trees, I take my shoes off, right? Normally I might walk up to this tree and just touch it, but Dr. Lynda Cramer says that if you have rubber-soled shoes on, the electron transfer does not happen from the yew tree from any tree, right? Because the tree has an electric charge, and if you touch it, you share their electric charge. They share your electric charge. But if you have on rubber shoes, it doesn't happen. So I thought that was kind of neat. And I try to usually wear slip-on shoes like this, so it's never difficult to slip them off and touch a tree. So I would say that, I'm saying that on this spectrum, Dr. Lynda Cramer is one of the most far out ones. And part of this is, if you read her or listen to her stuff she puts out, is that she was pretty new agey before any of this happened. So a kind of already new agey person has a near-death experience, and now she's not even new agey. She's like beyond agey. It's just like the universe, you know. And so I would say watch some Dr. Lynda Cramer, learn her story, read about it, ask her a question. She's online and available. Watch her video on the trees, because we're surrounded by trees here, as you can see. And that is what I'm saying is one end of the spectrum of the stuff I'm sharing, right? Because I've gleaned some conclusions from all this body of work, from Swedenborg to the next guy, and I'm sharing conclusions from this work. So start with Dr. Lynda Cramer. She's one end of the spectrum, and the other end of the spectrum is Jurgen Ziewe. Jurgen Ziewe was not particularly new agey when he had his experience. He was a graphic designer who meditated. Jurgen Ziewe is a graphic designer who meditates, and through this meditation practice he's had these what he calls out-of-body experiences. But if you watched him, he's just sitting in a chair, right? So he's sitting in a chair meditating, and according to him, right, purely subjective story, but according to him, he's traveling in the spirit spheres or the astral realms, or that other place, and he describes it, but he's not really far out like that. He's very different than Lynda Cramer, but they seem to be describing two different people approaching this similar thing, and they're passing through this gate, though maybe not together. Jurgen Ziewe now is trained as an illustrator. Not only that, but he's also up on all the latest software for illustration, right? And now current day, this is current day stuff I'm talking about. The current day software for illustration is AI. And so Jurgen Ziewe makes these similar to what J. Hewitt Mackenzie did. See, J. Hewitt Mackenzie in 1916 was a writer, and Jurgen Ziewe in 2016 is an illustrator, and he's made these extraordinary illustrations of the astral realms that J. Hewitt Mackenzie describes. And it's just an extraordinary conclusion to the story. Thanks.